everyone, and welcome to Jimmy Draws Art. I'm Jimmy Dragon, and look what I got in the mail as a surprise. 120 Ohuhu brush markers. They look like a mess in this package. Okay, on to a quick montage of me sorting out this pack and swatching out these colors.
Let's do this.
Sorting out the markers was quite the task. I decided to dump the markers on the floor and figured I'd try to group the markers based on their color family that is listed on the caps. If the marker said R1 on the cap or YG10 or something like that, I put the R's together and the YGs together and so forth. If you're wondering, YG would mean yellow-green family and the R would mean red family. Yeah, I figure you got that already. Anyway, I started sorting the markers back into the case. I skipped over a color group and forgot to put it in the case. I was trying to follow along with the color card that came with the set. It was the BR family of colors. I figure BR means brown. They look brown. It was only 3 markers, but it was enough to upset my balance of things that I had to correct it. Thankfully, it was only 3 markers. The fix was easy enough, but it was a bit time consuming. I did fix that off camera. It would have made this video longer than I would have liked. Alright, now I have all that sorted, it's on to the next part of swatching all these colors. I like that they gave me swatch cards with the pack, but to be completely honest, I want to see how the markers are going to react with the actual paper that I use. The cards they provide feel different than the paper I use and might make the colors appear differently. So I am creating my own swatch card here on the paper I normally use with my marker drawings, which is Bristol paper. It's nice and thick and I enjoy working with it for marker stuff. So I'm making a nice grid here of 6 columns and 20 rows to make 120 spaces. Then divide those in half, so one side could have the marker color code and the other the swatch. My own chart to see what the colors look like. Now that's done, on to the swatching. Okay, swatching. What can I say but tedious and time consuming here? Well, at least I only have 120 Ohuhu markers here. I was gifted another set last year that was a 200 Ohuhu marker set, and swatching that one was time consuming. Really, I have too many markers. I think I might be becoming a hoarder of markers. Well, I think I am a dragon, and dragons do hoard treasures, and my treasure happens to be art supplies. Let's not go there for me. And of course, when I started swatching these markers, it was pretty late, but I did get halfway through with the swatching before I decided to call it a night. It was 1 a.m. in the morning, and my eyes were telling me that this was enough. The camera also timed out when I was getting to the end of the first round here, so the last few spots were finished off camera for the night. But the next day came and I continue from the halfway point. More swatching. Honestly, this may be tedious and time consuming, but I happen to actually enjoy this. This task also gets me to open all my markers, and I get to actually use them. The brush tips of these markers feel really nice. I think I am going to really enjoy using these markers. I also have to say that there is a really nice variety of colors to choose from here. Some colors are very interesting, but most are very nice colors, as you will see. There is one color that is out of place here at the end in this gray section. It's pink. That one I'm questioning. Okay, so that was my swatching and organizing adventure. As I said, there is a nice color selection here. There are a lot of colors here that are in the yellows and reds. It seems to be a nice rainbow of colors. They also gave me a lot of gray, but this one color, this RP1 color, I'm guessing the RP means a red-purple family. The color name on the Ohuhu color card says Vivid Reddish Purple. I guess RP means reddish purple, but why did they place it among the gray area of the colors? Well, here are the reds, and here are the purples. Heck, they even have an RP6 right here, but RP1 is down here. I would probably change that. I figured that out way too late though, and I'm not going to fix that, but I will definitely remember where these markers are. Why they have it like that must be a mistake, so I hope Ohuhu in the future will fix that, if they watch this video, I hope. Alright, enough with the typos. It's on to the next event, and that is doing a drawing with these markers. That's probably the real reason why you came here. How do these markers work with a drawing? So let's do that. Well, let's start off with the usual pencil sketch here. I usually start off by measuring the proportions for the head here by using the circle templates and a ruler. When I am drawing a pose, I usually do a little research online for inspiration of some kind. Some days I usually scour online on either Google Images or Pinterest and save whatever inspires me. I don't usually copy the images straight from these sites. I usually take one thing from one picture and another from another, and so forth. Some of my drawings maybe use 2 or 3 images I have found to make one of my artworks. I believe in using references to get your pose right, and most times I usually fudge that up. For the inking here that you see me doing, I am using my new Spectrum Noir fine liners that I got from Jazza's Pro Artist Series collection. I am really loving these fine liners. I have in the past been using Sakura Micron fine liners. I do like them, and I have been using them for years, but for a while, I have been noticing that the quality of these pens have been dropping a little. Maybe it's just me, I'm not too sure. Just lately, for me, the pens have been a little on the meh side of things. So since I have discovered these pens, I have fallen in love with them, especially that brush pen included with the set. Well, on to the colors, the main attraction for this video, and I have to say, I am loving these markers. All I have to say about Ohuhu is that these markers, for the price you pay for them, you really can't get better. Sure, I love my Copic markers and the recent Spectrum Noir markers I got too, but for the price you pay, if you are starting out with alcohol markers, you really can't go wrong with Ohuhu. You get a lot, and I mean a lot of markers. You get a very nice wide range of colors in their packs, and now apparently you can buy individual markers off their website for most of the colors they offer, it seems. Seriously, Ohuhu seems to be a winner in this department, and I think the larger marker manufacturers need to up their game, or Ohuhu might catch up and become an industry standard in the field of alcohol markers. Well, it's time to finish up this drawing by putting on my finishing touches and using some color pencils to blend in these very fine colors. I'm also using Jazza's Spectrum Noir's color blend pencils here. I too am loving these pencils. They are very nice to use, and they blend in the colors nicely. Not really much to say about them than what I already said about them. There will be a video linked here, where you can see what the big deal is about this Jazza Pro Artist Series collection is. Well, other than that, I think it's time to wrap this drawing up, give it my signature of approval, and let you see the final drawing in all of its glory. I think it came out pretty well, don't you think? Well, that was my drawing using this Ohuhu marker set. Overall, I really love this set, and I have to thank my dad for gifting these to me over the holiday season. Thanks, Dad. It was a real surprise to get these in the mail, and these I think I will be using more of in the future. Okay, with that said, I want to thank you for getting this far into the video. It really helps me out when you get here, and I hope that these videos are getting more interesting for you. It seems like when I check my statistics, you seem to like my videos more as of late, so I am trying. Alright, please give this video a like if you like what I have done here, and if you want to keep seeing more stuff from me, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Thanks for watching, and we shall see you in the next video. Bye bye. Okay, time to start working on another drawing.